Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this Relationship Thursday, where right now we're exploring the Husband Chronicles, and we're on Husband Chronicles number 16, where basically I'm talking about different issues that I had to deal with before God will prepare me for my husband, for bringing me and my husband together. So, one of the issues that I had to deal with is bad boys. After being for years tied up into that kind of thing, I come to the point that they're not going to commit no matter how good sex is, okay? No matter how good they would try to make um, the communication between us, they basically was not fit for a committed relationship. Neither was I at the time. So, however, I had to make a decision about bad boys. So, for those of you that are visiting us for the first time, just to let you know, we're on a topic about bad boys. As a matter of fact, I've decided to do a part two to why bad boys are good in bed. So, okay, for those of you who do not know, my name is Sheila Rollins, and I am the founder of H.U.L.A Ministries, Entertainment and Associates Inc. And on this YouTube, we are Overcomers Anonymous, where we support anyone desiring to overcome anything. And we do it with Jesus Christ being our higher power and what he has accomplished for us on a cross. So therefore, it means that we have a high probability of being successful. That is, if we keep ourselves in the love of God, if we keep ourselves in the palms of God's hands, in the palms of Christ's hand, if we will cooperate with him, therefore, we can be successful. But even if we make a mistake, okay, it's not for naught. We can get back up and get back on our program, okay? God is gracious, he's merciful, and he's forgiving, okay? Let us use those characteristics of God. So, okay. So to get into our little talk for today. All right. Check out Bad Boys, Why They're Good in Bed, number one. This is number two. Okay, so a running definition basically of a bad boy is basically that he's not trying to keep the rules, okay? Which can be a little bit repulsive, especially to people like myself that's like a firstborn. At least I stand in the firstborn for my mother's second hair for the children that try to keep the rules, try to be obedient, that kind of stuff. However, while he may be, you know, a little bit repulsive because he's not trying to keep the rules, he's also very highly desirable. And given a choice, a lot of women would choose the bad boy over a good boy. So, okay, let's get into it. All right. So, before in the last YouTube, I said that he brings knowledge from one woman to the other. And a lot of times this could be knowledge based about her body sexually, okay, where everything is, how it works, that kind of thing. And so today I want to talk about techniques. It may be sexual techniques that he brings from one woman to another that makes him good in bed. Okay. Um, we all, as women, have things that we like and that we don't like. And so, even though these things may vary from one woman to another, okay, for a man that is all about the whole sexual prowess, this is good information for him. Okay, and that brings me to my second thing, which is the techniques that he has. He tweaks them to tailor to fit the woman that he's currently with. Okay, be it for the day, for the hour, or for as long as they would be together. Okay, he tweaks these techniques. Okay, and then number three, and I have seven here, and then number three, okay, he makes sex so good because he's setting a woman up for future booty calls. Now, because he won't commit in a relationship, he a man may be willing to do what he has to do to get sex from you, to get you connected to you. And that means that he will go as far as to pretend that he's your boyfriend, that he's your man, that he's your fiance. And I say fiance because he ain't trying to get married, okay? And you don't want to marry a bad boy anyway. So he may pretend that he's your fiance, okay? But this and give you stuff, okay? But this is to basically have you in that number of booty calls that he can make during the wee hours of the light of the night. And then basically this is without giving you the stuff that you was privy to when you were in a so-called relationship with you. Now he's trying to like get these things for free, without, comforting you and talking nicely to you and buying you stuff, paying a bill or two. He's trying to get these booty calls for free. Okay, and so basically, we're on the fourth one. Um, Now I got a juicy one here, and so you got to stand by for this real, real juicy one. Okay. So okay, let me just put a plug here right now. If you haven't already, please consider being a part of our YouTube family. It's totally free. See the word subscribe, touch it, like right now, touch it, a bell will come up. When the bell comes up, touch the bell, and then you'll see the word all. Hit the word all, and then every time that I do a new upload, okay, new content, a new video, all right, you'll receive a notification, okay? But you need to turn on your notifications in order to receive it. Okay. Then, if you like this video, you like what I'm doing, you appreciate this, and you think it's helpful, give me some thumbs up. That means you like it. Okay. And then comment. All right. If you like to make a comment, you can either during the video, after it may be good during so you don't miss anything, but you can always play it over and over again. So, okay. So, stay to the end. All right. And so remember also, one more thing. I did playlists. So go to my YouTube channel and pull out my playlist. I got maybe about 4 of them. And I tried to organize them on different topics. So you might want to check that out. All right. Now, he's a challenge. Another thing that makes him good and big is that he's a challenge. What do I mean? And this brings me to the 6th one that says distance is alive with him. So, in other words, there's a part of him that that you got to do something. It makes you feel like you got to do something to keep his time and his attention. Okay. And so for some women, that means that they will go as far as like not just fixing them a meal, trying to look their best, try to look good, keep the house clean, and kids quiet if you got kids or whatever, but giving sex, okay? And it's gone as far as you feel that you have to with sex because it feels like it makes you feel insecure, all right? So it becomes like a challenge for you for like, what do I have to do to get and to keep this man? And then another thing is that um he creates distance. He's a little bit what's the word? Unpredictable. You may see him, you may not see him or whatever. And so and this is kind of like to keep sex going because it's like you desire him and you want him. And so it may be some time between sexual activities. And then so when you see him, he knows that he has you at the point where you just want to just start ripping your clothes off. Okay. And then the final one, no, it's not the final one. It's the final one after this one. Okay. So this one is he treats you like a valued customer while he's with you. Okay. Um, and so basically, in treating you like a value customer while he's with you, he has other women that he has to please. So basically, whatever he's got to do with you, he's got to do it quick, especially if he now has another so-called girlfriend. So he's got to do what he got to do for you for quick. So he got to make it good. So he got to hit it and then he got to quit it. So for those of you who don't know what that means that he got to get the sex in good, he got to get it in quick, and he got to go. Okay, because he's somebody else's supposed to be boyfriend, supposed to be lover, supposed to be fiance. All right. So the last and the most juicy one, okay? And the Lord is really blessing with this. I like this. All right. You know how women gives sex to get love? Bad boys give sex to avoid love. Okay? He fears getting into a relationship. And so I guess in his mind, he figures that if he gives you sex, and more sex, and he gives it good, give it to you good, that you won't want him in a relationship. You just want the sex and you don't need anything else. But you know that that's not the case with us. And this is why I had to make a decision that a bad boy with all that good sex is not for me. And so I had to get to the point where I had to stop calling what is bad good. And I say that because we're at the feet of the tree of knowledge when we're dealing with something that is mixed with good and bad. Okay. And so while the sex may be good, the relationship, the offense to God is not. And so therefore you throw it in the pot and it's all bad. So I had to make my decision with the bad boy. So next week we'll do another topic. Join us, okay? I love you. This is all I have for you. Remember to share everywhere with everyone on all social media platform, and remember to subscribe yourself. Now to him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever. I love you. See you in the next YouTube.